on this Memorial Day. We have made our way here to Boone Lake at Rockingham Marina. We're joining TWRA boating officer John Ripley. We appreciate you taking some time with us today.
Happy to meet with you.
Amy and I are here with you today talking boat safety because it's kind of the unofficial start of summer. It never hurts to get all those rules and all those things that you need, common sense things that you need to take into consideration when boating this summer.
Yes, Memorial Day is always the official start to the boating season for us. The one thing we always say is make sure your boat's ready to come out here on the water before you get out here. Make sure it's running good. Make sure you have all your safety equipment on board. You need to have your life jackets, fire extinguisher, throwable life jacket, whistle, some kind of sound producing device. Also make sure if you have kids on board, 12 years and under, they cannot take their life jackets off unless you're anchored or tied to the bank.
Okay.
So if you're moving or floating, 12 years and under have to leave those life jackets on.
I don't think a lot of folks know that.
They don't. And it's one of those things, it's so important because people are so used to putting their children in seat belts and car seats, but they get out here on the lake and they don't even think about a life jacket for them, to where they may be great swimmers in the pool, but if you get out here in a boat accident and they get thrown from that boat or they fall overboard, they may be hurt to where they can't swim like they would normally do in a pool.
And you always say lakes are a whole different ball game when it comes to swimming, and of course water recreation, so popular here, so many beautiful lakes. But I know you've got boats, you've also got paddle boards and kayaks, and that was one of the things we talked about last year when it came to safety.
Yes, and a lot of people don't realize that in Tennessee, a paddleboard, a canoe, a kayak is considered a vessel. So you have to have a life jacket on board one of those. You don't have to wear it. Now, we always recommend wearing it because it doesn't do you any good if you fall off and you don't have it on, but you do have to have one on board. And the same rules apply to children. They have to wear them if they're on that paddleboard, kayak, or canoe.
And I think a lot of times, a lot of folks buy those safety vests. You know, initially they don't update them. You need to update them from time to time.
Definitely, because you leave them these boat holes, they get wet, they get mildewy, they get holes in them, and they will not work like they're supposed to when that time comes.
And one of the big things too, you were mentioning people coming out. It's summertime, it's Memorial Day weekend. They're going to be partying all summer long here on these area lakes. You need to use some common sense and no drinking and boating.
Correct. You need to have that sober operator on board. You need to have that captain that is operating that boat, that is keeping a vigilance on the lake, because I believe a quarter or a third of all of our accidents involve operator inattention. It's somebody not paying attention. So you need to have that sober operator. Also in Tennessee, BUI is the same as a DUI.
Yes.
So that law passed like 2 years ago now, to where they're the same charge. So it's a very serious offense that we take very seriously because of the accidents that result from having an impaired operator behind the wheel. Nationwide, a third of all fatalities are caused by an impaired operator.
Very sad. Also, talk to us a little bit about personal watercraft. Always very popular out on the lake, and a lot of rules when it comes to these.
Correct. When you're operating the personal watercraft, you have to wear a life jacket at all times, whether you're the operator or a passenger. The operator also has to wear the kill switch or the engine cutoff switch while operating that PWC. You also need to take into account that you're very fast, very maneuverable, but you need to give boats at least 100 feet and don't be jumping the wake of a boat right behind them, because you might not see that other boat coming up the lake. We've had several accidents where a jet ski will want to jump the wake of a boat, but they don't see the other boat coming, and we'll have a very serious accident.
It's so sad.
And you're encouraging, it's a necessity now. If you own a boat, you got to take that boating safety class.
Anybody born after January 1st, 1989 has to have that boater safety class to operate a vessel in Tennessee. Now, we always suggest everybody take that boater ed class. We recommend to take it in person or to go to the library and sit at a computer. We actually just had a law pass, emergency law pushed through, to where you can now take it online.
Right.
So anybody 11 years or older can now log online and take that boater ed class before they come out here. And we recommend it for everybody, because anytime I teach a class, even people that have been operating for 20, 25 years learn something that they never knew was a law or the rule and reg out here.
A lot of responsibility. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of responsibility as well.
Being responsible, just using some common sense.
Correct.
Officer Ripley, we appreciate you.
Thank you all.
Folks, be safe this summer as you get out on area lakes and waterways. If you need more information, we got the TWRA's website right there on the screen for you.